The first speaker of today is a very promising Toastmaster. He is a chartered accountant by profession and is a great leader as well. He has great energy and has taken part in the contest within 1 month from joining this club. He looks like an actor. His topics during table topic session is memorable. Toastmasters, please join your hands together to welcome Bala on stage. Mr. Bala is going to give his second project from the CC manual and is evaluated by Hema. Hema, can you read out the...
The objectives of Project 2 are: select an appropriate outline which allows listeners to easily follow and understand your speech, make your message clear with supporting material directly contributing to that message, use appropriate transitions when moving from one idea to another, create a strong opening and conclusion. All the very best, Bala. Thank you.
Kondalu Vasa Govinda, Govinda. Welcome to Tirupati, one of the richest temples in the world. As per mythology, Lord Venkateshwara borrowed for his marriage from Kuber, the financier, and is still repaying his EMI, while his devotees are trying their level best to help him repay his debt. Good evening, Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Finance and real estate companies label and advertise their products to play a mind game on the investors, exploit their weakness and lure them into a trap. Even Lord Venkateshwara fell for this weakness. He borrowed from a financier, fully being aware that the repayment would be forever. I am no different. Despite being a chartered accountant, I fell for this trap. I invested in a child plan, only to realize later I had lost 60% of the amount that I had invested. Friends, be it borrowing or investing, it's the same mindset and weakness that we demonstrate. Today, I'm going to focus on investing. We all get carried away by these advertisements and truly believe that our financial goals will be met somehow as promised. Like, for example, a beautiful girl doing yoga by the poolside and enticing you to invest in that real estate project where possibly even land is not acquired. Next, a pension plan which promises monthly income after you retire while you sit in an easy chair playing with your grandchildren. Or a child plan advertisement which shows children playing on the beach and your child playing with a stethoscope around her neck and somehow playing on your sentiment and managing to convince you that if you invest in that plan, your child will be a doctor. Never mind, the child may have other ideas. Or the amount that you put in, amount that you get back depends on the amount that you put in. It is likely that we all get carried away, subscribe to these plans, invest a few thousand or lakhs every year and happily live in the illusion that we are taking care of our retirement or a child's future. The opaque structure of these products suits us because we truly believe that we are doing our duty. Please do not tell me how my investments are doing once in a while. Why swallow the bitter pill of reality every now and then? Fill it, shut it, forget it. But my friends, it's like an Akshay Patra with a hole at the bottom. Child plan, marriage plan, or any such life goal plans, label their products, play on the psyche of investors, sell dreams and collect money. These financial institutions first apportion the money collected towards fees and expensive charges to meet their expensive overheads and of course to make profits. Whatever money remains, they invest in debt or equity or mutual funds and very conveniently pass on the risk to the investors. In the process, many of them end up losing or get very little back. Whatever comes back, my friends, is eroded by inflation. So, why do we demonstrate this behavior? Many things in life can be attributed to running away from the fear of the inevitable. Some things in financial planning included. This is very similar to a state of mind of somebody madly in love but not married. The mind sees only the very positive things about the beloved. Marriages and staying together are known to shatter such illusions. But in case of investments, it may be too late. You already bought into it. I'll give another example. Try talking to a stockbroker. He will only talk about success or profits made and very little about losses made. This is partly due to the fact that the mind tends to forget the bad experiences or discounts their importance and plays up the good ones. So what do? How do we overcome this weakness or these traits? I have some 5 simple suggestions to manage our finances and investments. 1. Be objective and not emotional in assessing financial investment products. Do not go by labels and ask very, very stupid questions in understanding complex financial products. Be realistic about how much risk you are willing to take. If you are totally risk averse, invest in bank deposits. And if you are young and have started earning, consider buying an insurance policy. Because if you are young, the insurance premiums are lower. Or consider investing in equity or land with a long-term view to beat inflation. Fill it, shut it, forget it. Luck works very well with bikes on saving on fuel, but not in investment management. Check periodically on the status of your investments and take corrective action as may be required. Friends, if you do not follow these simple steps, you and your hard-earned money will be Govinda, Govinda.
By Hema, project 1 of advanced management.
Project 2 is basic.
Project 2, yes. Fellow Toastmasters and Babu sir in
Yeah, can
particular.
they come here? I mean, I won't be very harmful, don't worry.
After your project 1, I was eagerly looking forward for your project 2, and I must tell you that you really delighted the audience. You have a great stage presence, a fascinating topic, appropriately dressed, caught the attention of the audience, and it was like a heroic entry in fact. Your speech opening was amazing, and as the audience are aware of the local language, it was very effective. Your opening of the speech smoothly led into the body of the speech, and the message was very clear. What I particularly liked about your speech was the use of subtle humor. Beautiful girl by the beach, madly in love and not married was outstanding. The body of the speech was informative, that is how to overcome the driving advertising, that is be objective, realistic, status checking was helpful. The conclusion again was with the beginning dialogue, so the link was complete, the chain was complete. While the speech organization objectives were met, what we can do to take the speech to the next level is the concentration on investment as such was mostly on the negative aspects. So if you could also bring out the positive aspects of investment and how a healthy investment can be made, it would be very beneficial for the audience. What I also noticed was, while you prefer taking stand either in the left or the right, if you could come to the center and only when there are dialogues, if you could take the positions, it would be very good. And also what I felt was when you want to recall or relax during the speech, you look down and that gives you a comfort. So the next speech we have to break out of the comfort zone and prove. Also one more thing which I have added here is conclusion could have been expanded a little. After the body of the speech, I think only after the 2 lines, the dialogue was again made, which was effective because of the dialogue. But if it could have been expanded, and if the audience could have been given the right message to take home, for example, investment in this is good, how we should not be emotional, kind of a conclusion, a few statements, and then the dialogue, it would be helpful. And also, the pauses after the first dialogue, only for the next 4 sentences, I observed this. It was not throughout the speech. The next 4 sentences, after every word, there was a pause. It was little like a planned, what do you say? It was like after a word, there was a pause. After each word, there was a pause. If there is a pause after the sentence, that means the audience have to sink in the thought. But after a word, if it is a pause, it may not make the speech so effective. All in all, a fantastic speech. I can see a rhetoric exemplary heroic hero in the making. I look forward to learn more about leadership skills and other aspects, because we know that you are a great leader in your upcoming speeches. Thank you for this wonderful project, and look forward to hear more speeches from you.
Thank you, Hema, for a very nice evaluation. This is my favorite subject also. I do programs in that. Investment talk is there. What probably might have been good is we start off with why investing. So that's my suggestion for that. Because the whole thing was too much to be dealt in 7 minutes. You can't tell which are the ones. I mean, it's a long haul. See. So what probably he could have touched was only those what can make or why you should invest. That is my suggestion. Otherwise, very nice. In the end, he did end up properly by giving suggestions, be objective, cover risk and all insurance and all that stuff which was there. He has not only been negative, he has given the whole thing. But you felt like that because he had, I mean, the whole subject is quite big.